Hi everyone, welcome to the Bourbon Obsessed New Bourbon Releases News Podcast, your commercial-free and therefore money-free bourbon podcast for Monday, September 22nd. I am Ed, and this week I am again joined by my wonderful and knowledgeable wife, Karen. Hi, Karen.
Good afternoon, Ed.
Thanks for joining me here.
Sure.
Do anything interesting? Oh, look, there's our dog. Hi, buddy.
Well, we just got out of the car from an 8-hour drive from Bruzelfest.
Yeah, Bruzel Whiskey Fest down in Opelika, Alabama.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was good. Yeah. I would have liked it about 20 degrees cooler.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
But other than that, it was a very good time. Actually, very, very nicely put together.
Yeah, it was only the second year I think he's done that. Did a pretty good job.
Yeah, and it was great because we got to go down and try some whiskeys from a different region. I mean, some familiar faces there as well, but certainly quite a few actually that I hadn't tried before. So
yeah, it was a lot.
That was great.
It was nice to chat with everybody.
It was. All right, so we've got quite a few new releases this week. We're still wholeheartedly in release season, so we'll just dive right in, try to get through them in just a few minutes for each, and say a couple words and move on, because I think there's 24, which is a lot. All right, we'll start with a biggie. The 2025 Van Winkle Whiskey Collection has been unveiled by Old Rip Van Winkle Distillery and Buffalo Trace Distillery, with bottles arriving in September. The lineup again features 6 whiskeys: Old Rip Van Winkle Handmade Bourbon 10-year-old, also known as Old Rip, for $149.99. Van Winkle Special Reserve 12-year-old, also known as Lot B, for $169.99. Van Winkle Family Reserve Rye 13-year-old for $229.99. Pappy Van Winkle's Family Reserve 15-year-old for $239.99. The 20-year-old for $359.99. And the 23-year-old for $499.99. In addition, a rare Old Rip Van Winkle 25-year-old will be auctioned through Sazerac's Legacy de Forge's Bourbon Heritage Month auction, and that was the new online site that they set up with another way to access some of their more limited bottles. And that auction runs from September 10th through the 24th, and I mean, the price of that was very high when it came out initially, so I'm sure it's going to be on the high side.
Yeah. It'll be out of our league for sure.
So what do you think about this?
Well, I mean, this is like the second year or maybe third year that the prices have substantially gone up. So, I mean, it's Pappy. It still has a huge following, I suppose. Thrill-seeking finding, if you can get it. It's good. You've got a few bottles here and there, but I don't know. I mean,
nobody's going to find these sitting on a shelf for retail price. The only way you're going to get them is through liquor store lotteries, liquor store connections, charity auctions, or via the secondary market or very marked up liquor store prices, which are going to be basically the same. Yeah. So, it's not something anybody's going to really, well, maybe someone will, but it's not something I'm going to look for. I mean, if we stumble across it,
it's not even on our radar, and it hasn't been for years. I mean, we enter charity raffles probably more for this kind of stuff than we do anything else, just to raise money for like the food banks or
Ronald McDonald
Ronald McDonald, Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of great raffles out there.
We look, these bottles we would get through those probably.
I mean, occasionally people get lucky in the Total Wine or we've managed to be out of town for every one of the Liquor Barn ones for the last couple of years, but yeah, I mean, that's about the extent of it. I wouldn't do anything crazy to get them. Yeah. All right, so moving on.
Sure.
So Bourbon brand 15 Stars has launched the Artisan Collection, a limited edition bourbon with only 1,290 bottles available nationwide and online at 15stars.com. Recently awarded Best Bourbon at the Spring 2025 John Barleycorn Awards, the release blends carefully sourced straight bourbons aged 15 and 12 years from Kentucky and Indiana. Bottled at 109 proof and priced at $179. The mash bill contains a high corn content, which gives the liquid a dessert sweetness, according to Ricky Johnson, co-founder of 15 Stars. The sweetness helps to seamlessly balance the oak notes that come with the high age statement, he also says. And yeah, so, I mean, I'm a big fan of 15 Stars.
You have tried this?
Bourbons. No, we just it just arrived.
Okay. You generally really like their
I've been
products.
Very impressed with them since the beginning.
I don't think you've ever not enjoyed one of them thoroughly.
Yeah, they do an excellent job blending, and this one I'm sure will be no exception. So I'm looking forward to trying it, and review will be coming up.
Is it MGP they use? Do they use it, or they don't say?
They don't say, but that I'm assuming that's what the Indiana would be.
Okay, yeah.
But the 15, I'm sure.
No, 15 Stars is, good stuff.
Yeah, very good. All right, Rabbit Hole Distillery has introduced Regallier, I think. A limited edition. It's either Regallier or Regallier, but I'm assuming it's the French.
Yeah.
Which I don't speak. A limited edition Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in French oak casks. It is crafted from a high rye double malt bourbon mash bill and first aged in charred level 3 barrels before being finished in French oak casks. It's bottled at 108.5 proof, and the special release is part of Rabbit Hole's distillery series, and therefore it's only available at the distillery. It didn't list its price, but they're generally around $50 or so.
These are the 375s?
For 375s,
yeah. I was like, that seems pretty reasonable for Rabbit Hole, but it's a 375.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not bad for a special release.
No, that actually sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these have been good.
Yeah. No, but it does sound interesting. High rye, double malt, bourbon mash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then French, put it in some French oak. It'd be pretty good.
Yeah, it should.
And at a decent, a little higher proof than they're normally working with.
No, it does sound good. But
yeah.
Have to swing by the distillery and
Is it already out?
I believe it's already out.
It's already out
Yeah.
at the distillery. All
Yes.
right, yeah. We'll go check it out.
Yep.
Definitely.
All right. Our next one is from Blue Run Spirits. They released Glimmer, a limited edition 103.2 proof Kentucky straight bourbon finished in Bar Hill Tomcat gin barrels, toasted and charred American oak barrels that previously held the gin for 7 to 12 months. Crafted by Shaylin Gammon, head of whiskey development and innovation at Core Spirits, Glimmer is her first finished bourbon release and only the second finished expression for the Blue Run brand. Fewer than 90 cases are available, with a suggested retail price of $149.99. The bottle features an iridescent glass design with a violet Viceroy butterfly medallion marking the release. I'm not sure if they've had a violet butterfly before.
No.
So it's rolling out now, but it's with only 90 cases available.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
Not going to be.
Those are 6 case boxes, I think, too. So
yeah, so there's definitely not a lot of it. So
yeah,
if you want that one, it's
Have
something you got to go. Me?
Gin finished bourbon?
No.
Right? That's what this is. Gin finished. Okay.
I don't believe I've had any gin finished bourbon.
Yeah, I can't. Well, maybe she's on to something. Yeah, I'm not sure that we've ever come across that.
No.
Places have done gin. They just don't usually
A lot of places have done gin, but they'd have to barrel finish it, and then they would have to use that barrel for the bourbon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be interesting. I mean, I'm having a hard time picturing it. The gin botanicals mixed in with
the bourbon. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
So it's got to be. It's something I think we have to taste to understand, because it's very difficult to picture.
Yeah, definitely. I think I agree with that.
All right. So moving on, Sagamore Spirit has released their limited edition Baltimore Ravens Festivus Maximus Small Batch Rye Whiskey, the third commemorative bottling since partnering with the team in 2023. The 100% Maryland-made rye is aged in new charred oak barrels, bottled at 46.5% ABV or 93 proof, and priced at $39.99. It celebrates the 25th anniversary of the Ravens' first World Championship in 2000, remembered as Festivus Maximus. Available beginning in September at the Sagamore Spirit Distillery and select Baltimore retailers. So that's now, and it's really for the Baltimore area.
Yeah, it's kind of like, Makers does that for like Cincinnati. You know, they do stuff for other sports teams too.
Yeah, they've done things for many.
But we've seen Sagamore do stuff for the Ravens. Before they did
well, this is the third release.
But no, I thought they had done a single barrel pick once a few years ago. So when we were there, like a long time ago. Anyway,
there might have been on a smaller scale, but this larger scale release has been going on.
No, this is cool.
This will be the third year of it now.
They usually have cool labels.
Yeah,
like little purple labels. So yeah, it'd be it'd be nice. And they're you're a big Sagamore fan.
Yeah,
too.
well, they're a Baltimore rye and. Yep. The Ravens are a Baltimore team, so it's certainly it's a good combination.
What's not to love?
No.
There.
Alrighty, and next we have another one from Sagamore Spirit. They've released their oldest whiskey to date, the limited edition Sagamore Spirit 10-year-old straight rye whiskey, part of their Reserve series. It's aged 10 years in new charred American oak and bottled at 110.8 proof. The release will be available beginning now at the distillery in Baltimore and select retailers nationwide. The suggested retail price is $79.99.
Pretty good price for the for a 10-year.
No, it's a
and it's all theirs.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, they distilled.
No.
They did not distill at all.
They didn't distill any of it, I don't believe, because they haven't been distilling for 10 years. So
that's right.
It's going to be MGP,
right.
2 different mash bills, which are their mash bills. They're contract distilled by MGP for them, and they blend their 2 mash bills together to make their ryes. But they started out using the MGP contract distilled whiskeys before they were distilling their own. Right. So yeah, it's not exactly sourced, but it's not distilled by them. They have a number that are distilled.
It wasn't distilled in Maryland, is what we're saying.
No.
Yeah, but nonetheless, the products have always been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they've been really good.
Very good.
They were very good when they were the MGP, and they're very good now that
and that's an
they have ones with
their
own rye in them, and ones that are 100% their own distilled rye.
I wonder why the 110.8 proof. I find that interesting too. Maybe 110 because it's 10 years, but
yeah, I'm not sure. They didn't delve into it in the
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Yeah,
that's excellent.
No, I'm looking forward to trying that. But
yeah.
Hopefully is arriving very soon. Their review will be coming soon as well.
Yeah.
All right, next, the Ingram Distillery, which formerly was known as O.H. Ingram, but appeared to change their name now. So the Ingram Distillery has launched Uncharted Kentucky Wheated Bourbon, a new limited addition to its portfolio. The whiskey is aged entirely on floating rickhouse barges on the Mississippi River, using the distillery's signature mellowed on the Mississippi process, where constant motion, humidity, and microclimate interact with the oak barrels. Uncharted is bottled at 92 proof and offered in 750 milliliter bottles for $39.99 and 1 liter bottles for $44.99 formats, and is packaged in bottles made from 100% recycled glass. This release has already received some recognition, earning a gold medal and 95 points at the International Wine and Spirits Competition.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Had they not had a wheated bourbon before?
No.
I don't know a lot about Ingram. I mean, they're different lines, I guess I should say. I know they have a couple, but...
Yeah, I mean, they have their bourbon, their rye, and then the flagship, which is a limited release small batch made up of select barrels, and it differs year to year.
This seems more like a daily drinker almost.
Yeah, I mean, well, the fact it's coming in those 2 different sizes and
the price,
and a reasonable price point
for that,
and a little bit of a lower proof. So, something that's going to be made for daily drinking, for bars and things like that.
Right, exactly.
As well.
Yeah.
So I tried it at the Bourbon Festival. It's good.
Oh, huh.
I'll need to try it in a different environment to get a better feel for it, because all you can usually tell at the Bourbon Festival is if you like something. But Yeah, so we'll have to try that again.
Well, put that on the list.
Yeah.
Number 502.
Moving on to Texas, your home state. Garrison Brothers has unveiled Sonora Texas Straight Bourbon finished in rye whiskey barrels. A 7-year bourbon aged 4 years in New American oak and finished 3 years in rye whiskey barrels. It's bottled at 108 proof, debuts at a distillery release on October 18th with the first 1,000 bottles. The remaining 5,000 bottles will follow via e-commerce and key accounts nationwide in early November. It's got a suggested retail price of $159.99 with $5 per bottle donated to the Texas Cave Management Association in honor of the Caverns of Sonora, hence the name.
But they don't normally do rye, correct?
No, as far as I know, they were only
they've
bourbon.
only done bourbon. Yeah, that's interesting. Good for them for stepping outside the box. That's pretty cool. And 108 proof. Could be really good.
No, it could definitely good. The rye should add a nice character, and it's 3 years in those rye barrels, so you're going to get quite a bit of character from them.
Yeah, no, that's good. And I always like that they donate to their local areas, their parks and
Well,
such.
some kind of nature-related things. Yeah, they
in
often
their
do.
area.
Yeah, no.
That's pretty cool.
It is.
Good for them.
All right, so moving back up to Kentucky, Woodford Reserve has unveiled Sweet Oak Bourbon, the 21st release in its Masters Collection. Aged in rare chinkapin oak barrels and bottled at 110.4 proof, this limited edition expression is priced at $179.99 for a 700 milliliter bottle. It's available in limited quantities at select Kentucky retailers and at the Woodford Reserve Distillery while supplies last. It is also available for shipping, which I always just include because it's a weird collection of states. So they'll only ship to Kentucky, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Nebraska, and Washington, D.C. through their online store.
Yeah.
But I'm sure other online retailers carry it for other states.
So the chinkapin, is that the notes it gives are sweet notes? Is that?
That's not what I usually think of it as doing. I just thought of it being on a little bit on the spicier side.
Okay.
You know, I mean, Heaven Hill had a couple of chinkapin things, and
well, Buffalo Trace has done a couple finishes.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've done a lot of oaks in the
but I mean that's one. Yeah, that's one.
And in the charter oak.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll fly off the shelves like all the other Masters releases.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think there's usually a fairly large number of these bottles that are released.
Yeah,
but
that's a high proof for their Masters collection, though.
Well,
usually they keep it that. Usually those are a little lower. So
I guess, but they have those, you know, what are they called?
The batch proof.
Strength.
Yeah, the batch proof are high, but this is not one of those.
No.
Usually they keep these kind of releases a little lower, so.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe the sweetness was perfect at 110.
Perhaps, but we don't know the age either. Really,
no, we don't know the age. Yeah.
But it sounds like they were actually in chinkapin from the beginning, so that's sort of like the select stocks as well from Heaven Hill.
Okay.
Which was really good, their chinkapin.
Yeah. Yeah, she did like that.
Yeah. All right. So next, Treaty Oak Distilling, should have put these in a different order, back down to Texas, has unveiled its Double Oak Texas Rum-cask Finished Bourbon, a limited release aged 7 years, first in New American Oak, then finished in barrels that previously held Treaty Oak Texas Rum. Bottled at 110 proof, this 19th anniversary edition nods to the distillery's early rum-making roots. Pre-release sales are available online, and bottles can be picked up starting September 19th, which is a couple days ago. The suggested retail price is $119. I can't remember if we tried a rum when we were down there.
I don't remember trying the rum, but I can't believe they have a 7-year-old bourbon now. That's crazy.
Well, time flies. I mean, we were there 6 years ago,
yeah,
I think.
I know. That's great. Good for them. That's awesome.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's interesting to try with the Texas. We actually haven't tried any of their more recent Treaty Oak. I mean, when we tried it was from fairly long ago, so I'd be interested to try it now.
5 years.
But
probably.
picturing it still to be fairly sweet, as the Texas bourbons often are.
Yeah.
But no, haven't had it. So it'll be interesting to see how it combines with the rum, which is also going to be sweet.
Yeah.
But
that'd be good.
Yeah, well, let's give it a try. All right, this next one. Elijah Craig has announced its first ever Barrel Proof Rye whiskey, debuting with batch A925. It's aged 12 years and 3 months and bottled at 108 proof. The new expression will be released 3 times annually, January, May, and September, with batches labeled A, B, and C, like its other barrel proof siblings. It joins the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Bourbon lineup and will be available nationally by late September at a suggested retail price of $74.99. And so it's interesting. So it comes out in September, which would normally be the C batch, but since it's the first batch of the year, it's the A batch. So it'd sort of be a cool bottle to have, because this will presumably never happen again.
Thanks for pointing that out, and everybody's going to run out and buy it.
I think everybody's going to run out and buy it anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's. I mean, all I can say is it's about time. What took them so long?
Well, I mean, we knew this was coming because it's been on You Do Bourbon for a couple months.
Yeah.
So that was sort of a prelude to this happening. And yes, it has been.
Maybe they were just waiting for enough rye whiskey. I don't know. I mean,
well, 12 years and 3 months. I mean, that's a pretty good age statement for a rye.
It's very good.
I mean, well above what their regular ryes are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's interesting it's coming out so high. I mean, it's being equivalent with the bourbons. The proof is lower. Yeah, it'd be interesting to...
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a bit lower.
Yeah.
Probably still good.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. And we've heard the You Do Bourbon Barrel Proof Rye.
Do you know anybody that's tasted it yet?
Yeah, I mean, everybody likes it. It's supposed to be very good.
Good.
So I'm assuming it will be along the same lines. And,
okay.
Yeah, we're going to be doing the You Do Bourbon very soon, so...
Not until next month, though.
Is that when it is?
I think it's next month.
Yeah, except it's already September 22nd.
I know. Well, that's true.
September just
2
flew.
weeks. 2 weeks.
So we'll be trying it soon enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we have to try this too.
Yeah.
All right, so on to North Carolina. So Southern Distilling Company has released Southern Star American Single Malt Whiskey, a limited edition expression distilled and bottled in-house in Statesville, North Carolina. Aged 6 years and bottled at 114.8 proof, it marks the distillery's entry into the growing American single malt category and follows its recognition as the American Distilling Institute's 2025 Distillery of the Year. The whiskey will be available starting September 19th, again, a couple days ago, at Southern Distilling's tasting room and will roll out to North Carolina ABC stores in the coming weeks, which makes me wonder if anybody else is going to see it, because that...
what do you mean?
Well, it says it's rolling out to North Carolina ABC stores. It doesn't say anything about nationwide distribution.
Well, I mean...
And it says it's limited.
We get some of their... We get a couple of their products here.
Yeah.
But if it's limited, we won't get that. But they might have had... They didn't have it last night, did they? Or did they?
I had tried many of their whiskeys, so
we
didn't go there.
Unfortunately, we didn't make it to the Southern
previously because I was trying to try things that I hadn't had before.
There.
So they very well could have had it there, and I wish I had remembered that. But yeah, I'd like to try it. Hopefully, we'll have the opportunity.
Yeah. You know somebody that lives in Charlotte, so perhaps they could pick you up a bottle.
Perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps.
My brother-in-law and sister-in-law is who she's referring to. And if they're listening, hi. All right, so back to Kentucky. Heaven Hill has unveiled the 2025 edition of its grain to glass Kentucky straight wheated bourbon whiskey, crafted entirely in Nelson County, Kentucky, from seed to bottle. This release marks the third in this year's grain to glass series. This year's mash bill features 52% corn, 35% wheat, and 13% malted barley, with Beck's 6225 corn, and that's the hybrid that they're using for this year's batch of all the bourbons, as far as I know. Actually, it's in the rye, too. And wheat grown by Peterson Farms. Aged over 6 years at Heaven Hill's Cox's Creek rickhouses, the bourbon is non-chill filtered and bottled at a barrel proof of 106.6 proof. The release comes in 700 milliliter bottles at a suggested retail price of around $100 and will be available nationwide beginning this month. As with other releases in this series, a portion of proceeds supports Farm Rescue, honoring 20 years of aiding farm families in crisis. And we had written more about Farm Rescue when I wrote about the first release in the series.
And you liked the first weeded grain to glass.
Yeah, I mean, I liked them all. The rye was my favorite of the series.
Okay.
But I
thought you liked the weeded bourbon.
I did like the weeded bourbon. I liked it better than the rye bourbon.
Was it as high proof?
It was on the higher side, I believe.
Okay, that I did not remember.
Well, I mean, I always feel that weeded bourbons do better at the higher proofs. It just brings out more of the
that's pretty
richer
high.
Flavors.
It's 35% wheat. That's pretty high.
Yeah, it's not their standard.
No, that is not standard. So, yeah, good. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like their bottles, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I have a sample of it. I mean, we'll be reviewing it soon.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I'm sure. I'm looking forward to trying it.
All right, what's next?
Next is Limestone Branch Distillery, in collaboration with Ross and Squibb Distillery, has released the Yellowstone Limited Edition 2025, marking the 10th anniversary of the annual series. Another milestone that seems hard to believe, because it seems like just yesterday. This year's expression blends 3 unique mash bills aged 10 years with barrels selected from both Indiana and Kentucky distilleries for the first time. Bottled at 105 proof, the release carries around $100 suggested retail price, and there's an allocation of 10,000 3-pack cases, so 30,000 bottles.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It's available nationwide and at Limestone Branch beginning in September, in time for Bourbon Heritage Month.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so they've always done Kentucky bourbon and not a blend of Indiana and Kentucky. I think it always said...
Pretty sure they've always been Kentucky.
It's always been Kentucky. I think it's always been Kentucky. Huh, that's interesting.
So, but I mean, they're keeping it in the family since they're all part of the same parent company.
No reason not to do that.
For anybody that is not aware, Limestone Branch, who makes Yellowstone, Lux Row, Penelope, and MGP are all part of the same company. So, it makes sense to be doing a collaboration like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Plenty of bottles to go around for everyone who would like one, it looks like.
Yeah.
That's also nice to hear.
Yeah. It should be good. And that's a reasonable price for a limited release 10-year-old.
Yeah, if stores will stick to that.
Well, all right.
We've seen some marking up, so stop it.
All right, so moving on. Blue Note Bourbon has reintroduced its limited honey rye cask after selling out quickly last year. Distilled in partnership with Lofted Spirits, parent company of Green River Distilling, and aged just north of downtown Memphis, Tennessee, the whiskey is influenced by the city's long, hot summers and cooler nights. Made from a mash bill of 95% rye and 5% malted barley, it is aged at least 3 years before finishing in former bourbon barrels, which were used to age honey. Bottled unfiltered at 116.49 proof, about 13,000 bottles are available at a suggested retail price of around $65. So I didn't have the first release.
I didn't see that last year.
No, I don't know if it was distributed as widely.
I don't remember seeing that in our area at all. Huh.
So, but yeah, we have a sample of that, so we'll be trying that soon. It sounds good. I mean, honey.
Well, you always think rye is better finished in honey barrel than bourbon.
Well, I feel that rye is generally better finished with any sweeter finishing, such as honey. But also, anything else sweet. I think it's just because you've got the rye spice, and then that just mixes well with the sweetness from the honey.
Yeah.
As opposed to with bourbon, where it just makes the bourbon sweeter.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's got a pretty strong proof on it too.
Yeah. So I mean, I think this should be good. It sounds like a good combination. Fairly high proof with rye.
Yeah.
All right, back to Texas.
Wow.
So there's a lot of Texas this week. So, Milam Greene has announced the release of Provisions Bourbon, a new addition to its portfolio launching this month. The first edition debuted September 10th with nationwide availability after previews in Austin and at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. Provisions Bourbon is a blend of bourbons pot distilled in Blanco, Texas, and column distilled in Kentucky, with select barrels of the Kentucky bourbon brought to Texas for additional aging through what the brand calls their Texification process. Bottled at 80 proof, Provisions Bourbon carries a suggested retail price of $34.99 and will be sold in select U.S. retailers and online. And I happen to have it here because it comes in this very pretty bag, or at least
that's it.
Mine did. I'm assuming they all come that way.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so we'll be doing a review of it soon.
Yeah.
And keeping the bag.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a bag. It's a
bandana.
It's a bandana.
Okay, well.
Yeah, that's very cool. And they're also trying to.
But it's being used as a bag.
Well, yeah, it is. Okay.
So I'm not wrong. We're both right.
No, it's just they're trying to probably ease into a more approachable market also with a 80 proof, and the price point on that is only $34.99.
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely,
that's pretty good.
Well, they're being pretty bold with the 80 proof. I mean, that's pretty low for craft distilleries, but being that they're from Texas, and the Kentucky version got what is it? Texification.
Yeah.
And the Texas version is pot still. Yeah, I mean, I suspect it's got a lot to it. It's going to have more body and character to it than a 80 proof that might be distilled elsewhere, I believe. So, because they say, it can be drunk neat or go in cocktails. And I think they're aiming for that. They're aiming for more accessible proof and price. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Smart.
Yeah. No, that's great.
So yeah, looking forward to trying that.
All right.
But if that is a bandana, by the time I take it off, I'm never going to be able to make it look like that again. I'll have to video it while I'm taking it apart so I can put it back together. All right. So next, New Era Whiskey, which began as a single barrel club founded in 2022 and expanded into a brand in 2024, has announced its first retail releases. 3 cask-strength single barrel bourbons honoring Kentucky's natural landmarks. The lineup includes Nature's Crossing at Natural Bridge, 115 proof, Dark Wonders at Mammoth Cave, 113.8 proof, and Magic Moonbow at Cumberland Falls, someday we actually have to get down and see that, at 115 proof. Each is aged 8 years, bottled at cask strength, and priced at $99 for 750 milliliter bottles. Bottles became available exclusively at Kentucky retailers starting the week of September 6th. In conjunction with the release, New Era Whiskey will donate $3,000 to the Team Kentucky Storm Relief Fund in support of flood survivors.
But I wasn't familiar with this at all.
Yeah.
Did you know the Bottle Club, or you knew?
I believe I've heard of them, but I have never had anything from them. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. And again, these prices are not bad.
Yeah, they're located here in Lexington, supposedly. Very interesting. Something to look up. Yeah, well, good for them. That's great. So hopefully that'll be at our local stores. Total Wine, Liquor Barn.
Yeah, it should be.
Ernie's. Yeah. Awesome. Kroger.
All right. So going out west, Woodinville Whiskey is celebrating its 15th anniversary with the release of Woodinville Straight Bourbon aged 9 years, the distillery's oldest expression to date. Distilled from a mash bill of 55% corn, 35% rye, and 10% malted barley, the bourbon has been aged since 2016 in heavily toasted, lightly charred barrels crafted by Independent Stave Company from 24-month open-air seasoned staves. Bottled at 100 proof, it carries a suggested retail price of around $130 with a total of 500 cases available. The first 500 number bottles debuted at the distillery's August Harvest release and 15th anniversary event, and nationwide distribution is rolling out now.
Wow.
And yeah, this one sounded...
Yeah, I bet that's good.
It sounds good.
24-month open air season staves.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Michter's, and then a lower proof too. Well, they don't say what they went into the barrel at, but
no.
No.
But yeah. Those staves should add a nice character to it. So the industry standard for staves is to air dry them for 6 months before building the barrels out of them. So 2 years is quite a bit more. Yeah. adds more expense as well.
It, yeah.
But it's usually worth it for what it does to the whiskey.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, congratulations, 15 years.
Yeah. All right. Next is Brothers Bond Bourbon has announced the release of its newest expression, Brothers Bond Regenerative Grain New Batch Bourbon, crafted from grains grown using regenerative agriculture. Launched nationwide on September 16th, this 4-year-old bourbon is bottled at 92 proof and priced at $60. The release also coincides with a full portfolio packaging redesign aimed at stronger shelf visibility, refined luxury cues, and a lower carbon footprint. A portion of proceeds from every bottle sold will be donated to Kiss the Ground, supporting regenerative farming initiatives.
Easy for you to say.
Not really.
No, this is probably another great line of bourbon these guys put out. They seem to do a good job. They've got cask strengths and bottle and bond, and the original bourbon that came out was pretty impressive. I thought you said when
yeah, both of them. I was
for the price point when it came out. It was like I think it was like $35 or so.
And then there was the barrel proof version, which was also pretty reasonably priced, as I remember as well.
Yeah, I think it's about $80.
And so this regenerative grain, though, this I believe is they've released versions before, but they've been younger. So this is the first one that's 4 years old. And I know you've got an interest in farming, so just want to tell us a little bit about what you know about regenerative farming.
I can only ever remember 2 of the 3, but one of the tenets of regenerative farming is it's no-till, so they don't till the soil under when they get ready to plant. And then there's no pesticides used. And there's also one other tenet I can't remember, but Ian, I can't ever remember how to say his last name, but he is big. He's produced a movie about or a documentary about regenerative farming and helps to support farmers who want to practice that method. So if you're interested, you could just Google that and check it out. But they're 2 guys that really seem to even though they're in the movie or entertainment industry, really seem to know and like their bourbon. So
yeah, and
definitely try to support that.
And the regenerative agriculture has been something they've been involved with since the very beginning. Yeah. And that it was always their plan to make bourbons using these regenerative practices. So I've been a fan. I mean, there's a lot of celebrity brands out there, but these 2 guys really do seem interested in their product. They really do seem interested in bourbon, and they're interested in this worthy cause of doing it via regenerative farming.
Yeah.
So I'm all for this.
Yeah. No, that's good.
So I'd like to try that one.
Yeah. Too. I'm sure to roll your way at some point soon.
Next is another distillery that I wasn't familiar with. Middleburg Barrel Company has launched 1787 Provenance Bourbon, debuting with 2 Kentucky distilled expressions. The 7-year straight bourbon is 107 proof and $70 and was distilled in Bardstown, Kentucky, and the 14-year straight bourbon is 122 proof with a suggested retail price of $260, and it was distilled in Frankfort, Kentucky. Both earned early recognition at the 2024 American Whiskey Masters. Provenance is guided by principal whiskey maker Jay West, a nationally recognized critic at Whiskey Raiders, and founder V.S. Sundaram, co-founder of the Bourbon Concierge. It's available at the Bourbon Concierge, Sherrod Pour, which I believe they own, and select D.C., Virginia, and Maryland retailers.
So it's not a distillery though, is it?
No, I mean they're more of an independent bottler.
Yeah, yeah, and they're out of Virginia too.
Yeah,
nice bottles.
Yeah. So the 7-year, as we said, is from Bardstown. the city. We don't know the exact distillery. There's a few candidates.
I would likely guess Bardstown Bourbon Company, but that may not be correct.
Certainly could be. But the 14-year is what's very intriguing because that's 122 proof 14-year distilled in Frankfurt, where really there's only one distillery that would fit that description of being able to distill something of that age. So coming from Buffalo Trace, so I could see there being quite a bit of interest around that bottle.
Yep. And I'd be interested to know how much they have. They don't say, but...
No, it wasn't mentioned.
Yeah. Is it a barrel, 2 barrels, 3 barrels?
I don't know. Just keep buying it until you can't buy it anymore. All right, so moving on. So Barton 1792 Distillery has introduced 1792 Cognac Cask Finish, the brand's first permanent cask finished expression. It was built on the foundation of 1792 small batch bourbon, and this release undergoes extended finishing in ex-cognac casks. After initial maturation in charred American white oak, the whiskey is transferred into hand-selected cognac casks and placed on the top floors of Barton's 1792 rickhouses, where the heat intensifies the interaction between whiskey and wood. The finishing lasts a minimum of 6 months. According to Ross Connellison, Barton 1792 Master Distiller, extended finishing in cognac casks reveals dessert-like notes and layered complexity while showcasing the full-bodied character of the small batch bourbon and its signature high rye recipe. It's bottled at 95 proof and available nationwide for a suggested retail price of $38.
Are cognac casks larger than regular casks?
Generally.
How do they get them up there?
Forklift.
No, they're not going to fit in a rick.
Interesting point.
Ross, hello.
We'll have to ask the next
Ross?
time.
Well, no, I'm curious.
It didn't say they're in the ricks. It said they're in the upper floors of the rick houses.
It said they're in the upper floors, so they could be
standing there.
Yikes. Yeah, they could be up there, laying around.
Yeah.
Probably not standing. Probably on the side, because they're not going to have.
Interesting point, though.
Top bungs. No, I was just curious. Usually they're larger, so. Yeah, we haven't found one of these yet.
No, I mean it's not supposed to be this rare, so I mean I suppose we have to just give it time. I mean the last finished one they did, the only other prior finished one they did was the port cast, right? Which was they only did once as far as I know, and that one was very much in demand.
Yeah.
And this line, so for those who have seen the Thomas More line of finished bourbons that were out there, those were made by Barton 1792, and that line is being discontinued and basically being replaced with what's going to be a growing line of finished 1792 products under that label. So this is the first one. There's, I don't know, they seem to sort of secretly appear because there were the extended aging versions of this. I believe one was a rum finish and something else that was at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. But
in the 1792?
Yeah, but there's no mention of them really anywhere else at this point. So there's going to be quite a bit coming down the line. I suppose some of them will probably be more limited releases, but there'll be some that are more available. And this is part of the new permanent line, so it's not supposed to be something that's impossible to get. But we'll
the 1792 bottles stick out a bit more than the Thomas More bottles did. I mean, nobody really knew what those were or knew much about them.
Unless they took the tour of the distillery.
Yeah.
Since that was one of the names and founders back in history.
But clearly that didn't happen because it's going away.
Right. Well.
So, no, it's good that they're doing that for keeping the finished bourbons and now just using it as part of the 1792 line. That's good. Yeah,
I mean, people like finished bourbon. They did have the line, and I mean, those were actually good, and they were actually finished, as I recall, the Thomas Moores for quite a bit of time.
Yes,
so
a long time.
I think like 2 years and more.
Yep.
So those are what I'm sure was intended to be in those is becoming the extended aged, extended finishing time ones that I was referring to, because they're basically just going to be rebottled as under this label rather than the Thomas More. Yeah. But they were good, and finishing for a very long time like that has an interesting effect. I mean, it doesn't make it like all overbearing like you would think it would. It just gives it time to blend. So I think in the shorter term, if you do it for longer in the shorter duration finishes, then it can become a bit much. But then given more years, it seems to take care of itself and blend together. Huh. So yeah, I mean, they've all been good that we've tried.
Excellent.
All right, next we're moving on to bourbons with a worthy cause. So Penelope Bourbon has announced its largest co-branded release yet, partnering with F Cancer to launch 2 limited edition whiskeys and donate more than $500,000 to the nonprofit's mission of prevention, early detection, and support programs. This year's release includes 2 expressions: the F Cancer blend, bottled at 94 proof, with an SRP of $80, available nationwide in September, and the F Cancer Barrel Strength, bottled at 114.6 proof and priced at $100, and which will be sold exclusively at Shared Pour, beginning now with shipping in October. Shared Pour has also pledged a $250,000 contribution towards the donation total. So for that $500,000, $250,000 of it's going to be coming from Shared Pour. And both whiskeys feature co-branded packaging with QR codes linked directly to donation pages, encouraging consumers to support the cause. The collaboration will be celebrated with a live fundraising event on October 29, 2025 at Parlor Room in Austin, Texas, headlined by country artist William Beckman. Tickets are $60 and available now at letsfcancer.com, with all proceeds benefiting F Cancer.
All right. Good job, Penelope, supporting a good cause. Yeah, the bottles are cool looking too.
Yeah, so they're Penelope.
So the 94 will be on the shelf, and the other one will be online. Is that correct? Okay. Yeah.
The other one will only be available
online,
through
right.
Shared Pour. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that one, I assume that's going to probably sell out fairly quickly.
Yeah. Those are both pretty reasonable prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
check it out. Good for them.
So be good bourbons for a worthy cause, and it's got a QR code on there so you can donate more to the worthy cause.
And if you're in Austin, you can probably go have a fun night.
Yeah. All right, and then just the last thing we're going to mention before we go is the Kentucky Bourbon Festival raffle. So there's going on now a raffle for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival's Distillers Row series. That's the single bottles that were picked specifically for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. And there's 2 lots available. Each lot has 17 bottles in it, and 500 chances are available per lot, and tickets cost $100 each. And you can go to the Kentucky Bourbon Festival website. There's the link to the raffle right at the top, and you can read what's in each lot. There's obviously too many for me to list right here. But yeah, it's a nice raffle, an opportunity to win.
Yeah, some really good bottles too.
And a lot of them. Yeah.
Really good bottles.
Definitely good.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You liked most of the ones that you tried.
Yeah.
For the picks.
But
yeah.
It's a lot to try. There's 34. But yes. Alrighty. Do you have anything else?
Wasn't that enough? That was a lot.
Pretty much. You seem tired. Well, that about does it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed this edition of the Bourbon Obsessed New Bourbon Releases Podcast, your commercial-free and therefore money-free bourbon podcast. Please be sure to join us next Monday for our Bourbon and Distillery News podcast. We'll have lots to discuss. Also, be sure to like and follow us at your preferred podcast provider so that you don't miss an episode, and don't forget to tell all your friends too. You can also head over to bourbonobsessed.com to check out some of our over 350 reviews and over 50 distillery write-ups. While you are there, you can also sign up to have my newsletters delivered directly to your inbox. Finally, I can be found on Instagram at bourbonobsessed, Instagram at bourbon_obsessed, and on Facebook at Bourbon Obsessed, and would love for you to follow me there as well. Karen, thank you again for joining us for the second week in a row. And
Sure.
Where can our listeners find you?
Pretty much nowhere. Just
Okay.
through you.
So if you want to reach Karen, I will do that for you. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Bye-bye.